section 13, please welcome Abdullah Saud.
Well, hello. First thing first, I appreciate everybody who's currently listening to me because this really means a lot to me. Well, currently I'm gonna discuss the importance of time. So my speech is gonna cover the definition of time and the value of time, and also time management, some examples, and some expressions. Well, first thing first, we definitely have to know what time really is and what do we mean by time. Well, literally, time is the passing of moments and hours, days, weeks, months, and years. So we use time to describe when something happened, or when it's happening, or even when it will happen. So if you ask yourself what makes time different, well, time is actually the most different thing in our life because it's spent so much and so fast, and it's pretty easy. It's piece of cake for anybody to waste his or her time, especially on silly things. Well, before we get started to talk about the importance of time, I picked up some expressions for some successful personalities. Well, the first expression, which was said by Alan Lakin, when he said, you waste your time, you waste your life, or you master your time, you master your life. And the next expression, which was said by Charles Darwin, when he said, a man who dares to waste 1 hour of his life hasn't discovered the value of time. And the last expression, which was said by the most successful American, was Steve Jobs, when he said, your life is very, very limited. Well, so let's stop at this point. I mean, let's take Steve Jobs as an actual example. Well, Steve Jobs actually is the most successful personality in the United States of America because of his ability to manage his time, and also he has a lot of awareness. So just imagine, what if Steve Jobs had been wasting his time continuously and without hesitation? What would happen? So Steve Jobs has become the most successful personality because of his ability to manage his time. So if he had been wasting his time, he wouldn't have been able to even fix one piece of computer. But because of his awareness, because of his ability to manage his time, he has become to make so many things like this, so that it is the secret that makes Steve Jobs the most successful American. So there is something related to time management, which is called there's something managed to time, which is called time management. Time management actually doesn't mean you are working from moment to moment, or you don't have any time for yourself. But we definitely have to agree that everybody has the same number of hours on the day. I mean, me and you definitely have 24 hours on the day, but some of us get done more than others, because those people who are able to organize their time have more of an awareness of where their time is exactly going. So, so let's take some examples. Importance of time in sports. For example, I'm gonna choose two personalities to compare them with each other. Well, the first player is Cristiano Ronaldo, and the second player is Ronaldinho. Well, pretty much they both have the same age, but one of them has the ability to organize his time, who is definitely Cristiano Ronaldo. So Cristiano Ronaldo is still proving his personality and himself every single match, as we saw yesterday what he did with Atletico Madrid. And unfortunately, Ronaldinho, he wastes his time, so he has been finished, unfortunately. Well, so let's take another example, especially in study. For example, I'm talking about you as teachers. What if you had been wasting your time? You would definitely never have been able to be teacher. And at the same time, what if you had been more careful? What if you had been more careful? You would probably have been doctors or even engineers. Well, so time management raises your confidence, and also it makes you an active person and a creative person. And also it's the most important point, which your ability to manage your time gives you more of free time. So, to cut long story short, time is all we have, and also it's the most valuable thing in our life. And without our time, without taking care of our time, we are definitely nothing. By the way, you all appreciate your time, because if you don't, you will never listen to me. And that was your brother Abdullah Saud, and really thanks for listening.